How everybody doing? This Chris Drummond from Progressive Action. I ain't been on for a minute because, a lot of things was going on. You don't see me for a few days, like more than 3-4 days. There's something going on. And I was actually in a hospital bed when I heard this dude say, "I'm never at work." He said, I never come to work. So I never comment on people, on our brothers and sisters not coming to work. Anything could be going on in our lives that prevent us from coming to work. Anything could be going on. That's just a fact. And this dude, what was he trying to, what's up, sis? Was this dude trying to out me the transit? What's he trying to say? Drummond don't go to work? Like I'm AWOL or something? He implied as if I missed a scheduled appointment at the Mac. And I'm out no work available because I'm some way trying not to come to work. The Mac put me out. I can't put myself out. The Mac put me out. And when this coward, and you're a coward, bro. You're a coward and you're lying. You're despicable. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about you. But we're going to go on. Well, I go on. There's going to be kind of long live right now. Because this dude got on there and it was drumming. But it's fine. It's fine. But I'm going to address some of the things he said. That's all. I'm just going to address something. But getting back to when one of us is sick. Why is he commenting on my health? Because that's what he's doing. Commenting on my health. I don't never know why any of us are out. And then you reply, I don't come to work. I can't put myself out with the Mac. I made 16 grand this year. Trying to imply that I'm never at work. And Richie Davis can be all around RTO. We reject Richie Davis. We reject him in RTO. We voted down that contract. We voted him down. He'll never be respected and loved in RTO like I am. Neither will you. That's a fact. So he tried to slip Richie Davis in there. He's around RTO more than you. But bruh, when I come back, I'm motivated. You're right. I'm going to spend more time out there. And I got a little shorter fuse for people that get frisky. Especially management. Especially management. And then he implied, I'll get to that later. So he also said, you know how he is. He can't help himself. He can never be a VP. He can never purport himself like a professional or a leader of a department. But this what he said. He said Drummond can't read, right? But I'm going to do some reading for him right now, right? This is from October 6, 2020. Hey, this is from Gomez. A reporter from Columbia University asked me if I could have a union rep hit her up about employees' assault. He gave me the reporter's name and number. He texted me again and said, sorry, that last text came out crazy. He gave her a name. My response was, good evening. Who is this? He wasn't important for me to be on my contacts. I have the players and RTO numbers. I didn't even know who he was. He put Gomez, LOL. I didn't want to make him feel bad. I put him in contact and said, okay, what's up? I'll put you in my contacts. We went back and forth was talking about Evangeline, we talking about Ferretti, we was talking about some of the people who's in his elected officers. We was going back and forth, right? And he kept calling me. Because that's what he is. He didn't know anything. He knows nothing. And then he called me about a month later and asked me if I could help him with an email. He said he wanted to email some supervisors. What's going on, brother? He wanted to email some supervisors. And he wanted me to read the email to make sure that it's all right, that everything was all right, right? So I read the email. I can't read now. He said I can't read. And let me say this, brother. I can guarantee you this. If I can read, you can be sure my kids can read. You can be sure I made sure they was educated so they can read. You can be sure I put my wife through undergrad. She did the rest. And she reads very well. My family, my generation, my children, and my grandchildren are going to read very well. That's not a problem. But, so I show him I tweaked the email for him. He didn't know what to put. So then he wrote me back. He said, and I took all your advice with the email. I'm going to send it tomorrow. See this phony and fraud? If it wasn't me, it wasn't Tremel, it wasn't someone else, he knows nothing. These are his texts. So I kind of added, this was another text from him. Good morning. He was calling me all the time. And anybody who sees me, I'll show you this. This is another text from him. Good morning, bro. I promise this is the last time I'm going to bother you for the rest of the week. LOL. Because I know you are busy. But can you let me know if these 2 emails are correct for these line soup? And this is it right now. He called me all the time. He called me so much. He was embarrassed. Looking for my guidance. And meant to him, how you doing, brother? This dude, like he was somebody, he knows something. And this is the same dude, if y'all remember, he said he was getting 200 texts a day. And you know what that means? That means every 5 weeks. Back then, every 6 weeks, he was talking to everybody in RTO. And if I got it wrong, he said 200 a week. That means every year he was talking to all the RTO. But this is what liars and con men do. I've never asked him for nothing. I never called him in my life. When we was running together, I would call him to meet and confirm a date that we would meet up for that month or few weeks. He was running under me. I've contacted Dimitri and Lenny Goody, Raul and Jose Lugo, Michelle Figueroa, Sharon Watts, Danny Hayes, Eric Legal, Tremel Thompson. I never contacted him for nothing. Everybody know he knows nothing. He trying to purport like this dude. Like he's a fighter. Drummond don't fight. Let me tell you about Drummond. Drummond goes out there. You think members don't call me? And you know why they call me? They can't find you. They can't find your reps. This dude said he don't do nothing. He just talk. He's online. Bruh, it was fine for you, right? When you utilize social internet, it was fine. It was legitimate. Now everybody else is fraudulent. And you made that wrestling analogy with it, right? It's fraudulent. And here's another one. This one we was campaigning, right? He called me. And he wanted to put, and I was telling him, stop putting these stuff in everybody's lockers. And flooding all the tables and CRCs in the lunchroom with your political, with all your flyers and all that. So he texts me, good afternoon, bro. I'm going to start campaigning from July to August. This is Canella. I say, bro, the last 90 days, it got to be stick and move. When the time comes, this is me telling him, we will destroy them, but not now. I have to pace myself. What meant I had a job to do as a union rep. He wanted me to go out there. No, when the time came, we was going to campaign. You know what he said? He said, just for someone who runs under someone, who's going to be my train operator chair. Somebody who was humble. Somebody who wanted some guys' knowledge. He said, okay, cool. Just keeping you informed and up to date. Do you see his persona? Do you see who this dude is? This is who he is. I read enough to guide you and help you right, and I'm going to have to inject a union rep right now. On August 18th, 2021, right? And I know that date because I had to go somewhere that date. And I took a photo, and I remember the date that he called me down. He said, I'm going to meet you at 2 Broadway. He was panicked. Ask Morrison. He was there. It was very pivotal for 2 reasons. So he like panicked because he felt Tremel wasn't supporting him and he didn't have a full slate and he was panicked. Morrison was right there the whole time. Ask Morrison. Don't trust me. Ask Morrison. He's a union rep. Ask him. I think he's going to tell you the truth. He's a man. I think he's going to tell you the truth. And at this meeting, he was saying, please call Tremel. We ain't going to have a slate. And when I called Tremel, that's probably when we had the falling out. He dialed Tremel, and he didn't talk to Tremel like a man. He had me talk to him about the slate. That's when me and Tremel had our falling out. But what's also pivotal, that's when the dude was threatening Tremel. I want to hurt that dude. When I see that dude, man, I want to break him up. This was August of 2021. So all those who say that Tremel this dude was saying this 2 years before. This was August of 21. The incident at Bedford Park happened 2023. And Morrison was there. And now I'm type of dude that, listen, he's saying this. I should have said Tremel. This dude is, I didn't. That ain't me. But this dude was threatening to physically assault Tremel back then. And Morrison was witness to that. And what Morrison was also witness to was he was my train operator. I was calling all the shots. He was more than happy to run under Chris Drummond as a train operator. And then the dude gonna say something along the lines the other day. Like, this dude want my job and he can't read. Nigga, I gave you my job. As a man, I stepped down. Morrison is witness to that. Morrison is witness to Canella's behavior. Quiet as a mouse. Doing everything I told him to do. And there was nothing about told him to do. We was working together. But when you have a slate, you got a train operator, chair, conductor chair, and you, as the VP, is the head of the slate. I was the head of the slate. So him to pretend like he knows this, like he was this image, he was always out there fighting, he's a fraud. He's never done anything, but he's a good promoter. I give him that. He's a good promoter. And then he gets on the live. I'm working backwards. I'm trying to cover everything he said. Then he says Tremel broke his own leg. That it was a fight. What he's omitting is that was a premeditated attack. Tremel just coming off his day off. Tremel was on his last trip, so he had to get in there and see Tremel. That he had the option not to go in there. There was nothing at Bedford Park at that time. Nothing. He pretended he was putting in posters. The posters didn't even fit there. So when he said it was a fight, it's a little more complicated than that. And possibly Richie Davis planned the whole thing. I don't know. Possibly. And all that seemed very convenient. Richie Davis making the comment. Canelo showing up that time of night where he showed up. So when he says it was just a fight, he's simplifying it. He was the VP. He had the opportunity to walk away, not go in there, because he knew Tremel was in there. And he didn't go there alone. He was with someone. So he's omitting facts. And then he says, and he also said, this is your VP, ladies and gentlemen, this is your VP, that Tremel broke his own leg. Now, how irresponsible is that? He ain't changed one bit. He ain't changed one bit. And then he said the reason for him and Tremel falling out was he didn't respect, Tremel didn't apologize to former President Utah about Tremel threatening his son. Right? That's what he said. Now, let me say this about that. When that happened, I told Tremel, that wasn't right. That wasn't right. I voiced my opinion, but Tremel's a grown man. He said it so bad. But I can guarantee you this. Canelo didn't say a word. Canelo never said the word. He never said a word to me. And he was saying all type of sleazy things about Tremel. He never said a word about Tremel disrespect somebody's son and he don't respect that. He never said a word in 3 years that it happened. He never said a word of discontent about that. Like he had any issue with that. His reason now, Utanos all of a sudden and Stand United is the second coming. His judgment now is that, yo, a man wouldn't disrespect somebody else's son and now apologize. That ain't the man. I got issue with. That wasn't what they fell out over. Because Canelo had 3 years to say something about that, and he never uttered the word. And not only did he didn't utter the word, he followed everything Tramiel said lockstep. When Tramiel said that Stand United had blood on their hands because what happened with the mask, the pandemic plan, and their lack of masks, and they was murderers, Utano Stand United was murderers, Canelo said the same thing. He didn't say a word. And there was many incidents, whatever Tramiel said, he was what? 100%. That was his team, remember? Now all of a sudden they had to fall out over. Now all of a sudden he got an attack of conscience? That wasn't right. Now Tramiel ain't the man because what he said about Utano's son, and Tramiel said that years ago, and he didn't say anything about it, ever. Now he had a problem with it, right? This guy is such a fraud. And then he says, right? He didn't say they had a falling out because there was a rally at Janet Lieber's house and he didn't get out the car. He didn't say they had a falling out because he called Tramiel and told Tramiel he couldn't come on the 9th floor. That Utano and others barred Tramiel from coming on the 9th floor, and him as VP said, I'm a VP. He paid dues. I paid dues. I run this department. He's coming to my office. He didn't say that. He didn't say Tramiel was disgusted when he couldn't save an E-member's Trevor Logan's job. He didn't say how disgusted Tramiel was, and Tramiel let him know that you let a train operator get 25, 30 days for something that happened behind his train, and you practically convinced him to take the days? He omitted that part out. So this dude is a straight 100% fraud. He's outraged now. Listen, this is funny. He Stand United. Do y'all remember what he said? What he used to say about Stand United? He's standing united with Stand United. He Stand United. He's talking everything. He's defending Richie Davis. He ain't say nothing about our putrid bonuses we just got. He don't say nothing. Anybody can get facility. Everybody watching this, in order to anywhere, you can push to get a facility renovated. He's not doing anything special. What has he done for our department? What has he really done? How's life got easier for any of you? Come on, man. Think about this guy. Then he says, I see him, and I go from Randy Savage to Miss Elizabeth, and I don't say nothing to him. And let me be clear how this works. I'm going to reference another union rep, Alexander Kemp. I ain't seen Kemp in a very long time. I ain't spoke to him in a very long time. But I saw him, because first of all, when I'm out, I pay my dues. So ain't like me and him ain't in the same spaces. He see me in the union hall. He sees me on multiple occasions. And he says, I make these videos. And I'm one way. Yes, this is how I am. Y'all know, everybody that know me, I don't change. And yeah, I will get anime. I will get a certain way with management getting frisky. Of course I will. No question about it. But let me go back to Alexander Kemp. One day, Canelo approached me. He said, yo, what did you say about comp? Me and Alexander Kemp was talking, having a conversation, and he interrupted me, the conversation. And I asked Alexander Kemp. And I told him exactly what I said about him. And why. I said, now you ask Kemp, was I intimidated? Did I back down on what I was saying? Ask anybody, have I ever acted like I was intimidated by you when I've seen you in person? Anytime. In the course of the time I've known you. So to actually pretend, you know why? When I see you, I don't say nothing. Because I know what you are. My job is to let the membership know who you are. And don't forget, bro, you called me and told me to meet you at Dunkin' Donuts, remember? You called me out. So you can follow your instincts when you see me. I have nothing to say to you. I used to see Utano and say, Mr. President. That's how I do. I see Chiarello, I say VP. Kelly, I say VP. Shirley Martin, how you doing, VP? I see Jesse now. What's up, Chair? When I see him, I see embarrassment. When I see him, he will never get any acknowledgement for anything from me because I don't believe he should be VP. So it's nothing for me to address you. Say nothing. You want to say something to me? I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. We're in the same spaces. Don't pretend like I'm not the same place as you are. But I have nothing to say to you about our department because I don't see you as the leader of this department. You got to go. RTO, specifically RTO, has been disrespected left and right. And you read the work program for the Qs. They disrespect seniority like it's going out of style. MTA, TA, the hierarchy, Richie Davis, Dimitri Kreslow, they have no respect for seniority anymore. That's a fact. They have no fear. They have no respect for RTO. He's changed nothing since he's been here. All he's done is, is embarrass us. That's all he's done. Make more videos. This is my last video. Make more videos. The membership needs to see who you are. Y'all saw who he is. He was basically threatening me. That's what he did. Oh, I'm tough. He's scared. Say that these guys think they tough. What kind of leader talks like that? We got real issues in this department. And he's learning. He's talking about he's trying to be a better VP. You ain't trying to be nothing but who you are. And let me tell you something about him too. If you ask certain people, they've heard him talk about the second pension. When you're in the union and you released by the union, if you get 2 terms, you get another pension. He talks so much. He's told people he wants a second pension. This guy was so much about his money when he was on the train. He used to drive with the dispatcher. Everybody knows this dude. And this is the thing. And Eric was never about the money. In Eric's defense, he never was no RDO guy and all that. Tremel either. A lot of the people that fight, I'm not saying everybody get your money. You have to. But this dude is only about his money. If he's picking up the phone now, that's because he knows the election's coming. He knows that like last week we met at Sugar Hill and the week before that we're serious about organizing this time. And they tasked me with making sure everybody's together. And I'm going to make sure everybody's together. This one. This is going to be an election like no other. Because RTO, this whole department, everybody, all the departments need to change. Stand United has to go. And that president, Richie Davis, has to go. He has to go. We need change. We need change. But I'll get to that in a minute about the 1500 and all that. So this guy making all these, and then he said, I come to functions, he always see me eating. Now, I went to that one function. And to be honest, I took a few bites. The food wasn't that good, unfortunately. I don't know what it was. And anybody who was there, they'll tell you. I wasn't in the mood. I took a few bites. I ate. I put it down. I was going to apologize because I left my plate on the table. But I also see him at the corner of my eyes taking photos of me eating. I saw him in the corner like a stalker. But he made it seem like I go places. He's always at functions eating. I've never been at a union function with Canelo Gomez. Ever. Except for that barbecue. He's seen me at a function one time. But let me say this. The union takes $6 million from us every year. I eat anything I want. I go for seconds, third, fourth, fifth. I eat anything I want. If I want to go to every function and eat, I'm going to eat. I pay my dues. Give me my money back. He going to tell me, yeah, I'm going to eat, but I never attend one of your functions again. You and Belinda Peaks, I won't be there. You can be sure about that. You ain't going to seduce me with a party. And let me say this, brothers and sisters. Any of us can give a parties. If you think he can give a party, what kind of parties you think I'm going to give when I'm in there? Like I never cater on my dime. Like I care. If you think he gives some functions, you think you would be paying $1.50 to go to a Christmas party? You think I would charge anybody who's around me, ask him? Nobody's money's good with me. That's a fact. Ask any. I can't say that. I don't eat. Ain't nobody that ever ate with that I didn't pay. You think I would have my brothers and sisters, as hard as it is, you gonna pay $1.50 for the first annual Christmas party? If it was the first annual, that one should be free. Let's see how that go. Maybe if it's good, there's something extravagant about it, something special about it, maybe we'll come back. Next year, we drop that $1.50. But you think I would charge any of our brothers and sisters $150 for a party? You think I would do that? $1.50? That's Beyonce tickets. That's Drake, Lil Wayne. Whoever you like, that's tickets for that. That's an old school hip-hop concert with everybody there. You think I would charge? So just know this. Anybody can give parties. And y'all will get parties, but y'all won't be paying for nothing. $1.50? But again, we talking about the party promoter. This is what he do. And you try to, bruh, you'll never have the love and respect I have. You can frame it like you was the anointed one to be the VP. I left. They was forced to support you. That's a fact. Everybody know it. Talk to Morrison. He was there. Morrison was there for the discussions. And this dude gets on that and basically threats. And then he ain't changed. I'm doing my best to be a vendor VP. You ain't doing nothing because you can't change. That's who you are. You're a rogue. But with me, like I said, follow your instincts. That's all. When it comes to me, follow your instincts. So I'm trying to make sure I got, him and Tremel fell out. I wrote it down. I didn't want to miss anything. Oh, then he said, how could I run with Evangeline after she made them accusations to Tremel? But everybody remember, Tremel never said anything to me about Evangeline, and she never said anything about me about Tremel. I know what she said. And they both was in the same boat. Stand United conspired to have them both thrown out the election. Off the election. They couldn't run. And what y'all don't know behind the scenes is the union's lawyer tried to get Tremel to testify against Evangeline. Because Evangeline brought a lawsuit. Tremel wouldn't do it. So they kind of hashed out their differences. You know who Evangeline says? Who's tried to intimidate her, harass her, who forged somebody's signature to get her thrown out the union? Canela Gomez. Who she does with male down here that she has issues with, that she thinks should be tossed out the union, is Canela Gomez. So, bro, you ain't my kind. You the arbitrator of manhood? I know who the real dudes out here are. And brothers and sisters, look at the people who asked the raps that are no longer with him anymore. People he was close with. What happened? Nobody respects that man. Nobody. He's not a leader of men. You saw his life. I'm not everybody's kind. He don't care. That brother don't care about any of our brothers and sisters. And then he's trying to make an excuse. Then he's trying to sell what happened at Bedford Park. It was a coordinated attack. He leaves every coincidence. He leaves out the scenario. It was a fight. He broke his own leg. Who talks like that? Who talk don't eat the food when you go to union events? This is the WWE. The WWE, the internet was fine when you utilized it, right? Stand United was the enemy until you got elected. Look around, brothers and sisters. Look around. He's a saint telling you he sold out. Who's now? Tremel? I broke with Tremel because the way he talked to Utano's son 4 years ago? I take umbrage with that? That ain't no man. He had no problems with that. If that was all, I'm sorry. That's why him and Tramiel fell out. Because Tramiel disrespected Utano. If you want to go that way. The Utano he ran against for 3-4 years. Now Utano is some anointed name now, right? And again, Richie Davis, you're nothing in RTO. We reject you like we reject this contract. And we know with this, it was, and brothers and sisters, that wasn't a contract negotiation. That was the MTA saying, sign this. And he don't talk about the bonuses. He don't talk about the governor. He don't talk about crime. He don't talk about anything affecting us. And he does nothing for us. That's a fact. But he's going to be attentive now. Because he know he's a promoter. He knows elections coming up. He's going to try to transform his image. He's going to try to come up with a narrative that he can work with so he can get reelected. As if Bedford Park never happened. Or if he was never barred off the property. Or if he didn't compromise us. Him and Richie Davis. We got nothing. We got nothing. We got nothing for COVID. We got nothing for COVID. We got what everybody else got. And somebody might have said, well, let's give him 5,000. What? Why would we give him 5,000? Why would we give him 5? Can we give him 4? Why should we give him 4? They'll take 3. They're going to love it. The peasants love their pennies. What y'all going to do with that 1,500? I know some of y'all 401k, 450, but the ones that need them, what you going to do with that? It can't pay a rent. It can't pay a mortgage. It's about 3-4 months of gas bills and lights. We got nothing. And he want to talk about he's fixing facilities. Anybody can have a facility fixed. Anybody can talk what you need to do more. Talk to management about the things we need. This dude, and this fake fighter, he did nothing. Y'all saw, whenever y'all see me, I saw you at the Texas. He couldn't talk to anybody else in the union. At the union, the only person he could talk to was me. See, he looked for mentors. He looked for people like Tramiel. Tramiel tell him something, this thing. Then he go out there and pretend he came up with it. All he did was flip on his team. And that's what he did. I want to make sure I'm covering. Okay, when I see him, anybody that remember what he said to me, what he said, you know, put on, let me know. I might forget something. I thought I covered everything. What this dude said. Why Tramiel fell out. So yeah, he just propaganda and rhetoric. But I'm glad he had that live. Because I'm glad that the membership, everyone get to see who this dude is. This is who he is. This is who he's always been. He can't be anything else. He sit there and tried to jump out the screen. The bully. That's who he is. The language he uses. I'm some people cup of tea, some people I'm not. And let me say, honestly, I ain't a phony dude. You folks that came up to me like you're out with your outrage about him, what he did, and I see y'all taking pictures with him, y'all don't have to come over to. I'm not phony like that. We don't got to do that. We don't got to do that. Rock with him. He's going to get you nothing. He wants his second pension. He wants his money. He don't care. I would do this for free. That's just me. And you can ask many people before this. I will. That's not important to me. But brother, you talk about my health. You don't know when I'm going through with my health. You don't know when I go. I go to every MAC appointment. And if they put me back to work, I'm back to work. I got to bring back 46 documents when I go back to the MAC. When I go back. And you trying to play like I'm when did anybody know? And when the campaign come, I'm motivated. I was lazy last campaign, as far as I'm concerned. Y'all know how I work. Watch, let's see. But we're going to change things around here. And I never said I was a tough guy, bro. But I'm not scared of you. And for y'all to do the workplace violence thing is a joke. You know what that is? That's like somebody who scammed Delta Airlines trying to do a symposium on customer loyalty. That workplace violence is a joke, spearheaded by you and Richie Davis with the alleged charges against him. That is a joke and embarrassment. Oh, there's something else going on. This is hilarious. They have something, I think it's August 3rd. They settled the Writers Guild Association, the writers' strike. Now you still got the Screen Actors Guild, ASTRA, that's still a strike. This is the president here. All hands on deck. You want to go protest for the Screen Actors Guild. Between the Screen Actors Guild and the Writers Guild, Richie Davis and Samuelson, and their release folks, they did more protesting for any union than they did for us. We had no protests. We didn't have any thank you, brother. We didn't have any protests. Troy, my man. We didn't have any protests. All they did, they put their energy into selling us the contract. They didn't put no energy into fighting a contract. Every union is getting theirs but us. That's a fact. And then they want us to come and walk. Now, I support any strike. I support, but let me tell you about actors. You know what actors care about? Auditioning and getting gigs. They work. I know plenty of actors. I work with actors. They don't follow politics. They worry about updating their photos, calling their agents if they have one, about booking auditions. Now they send out reels. They don't go on many auditions like they used to. They just send out videos. They go over their monologues. They stay in acting school. You think they think about us? I don't think they think harshly of us. But do you know what actors do? Do you know the life of an actor? They gonna get theirs. Extras get $200 a day. And they got craft services, free food. And if you meet them somewhere, free transportation. And they get to meet celebrities, actors. The minimum, look at it, and most of them don't work. But what I'm saying to you, actors don't care about the everyday going-ons of people who are brothers and sisters at MTA. They don't have the time. They absorbed in trying to get their careers. And they telling us to go walk with actors? This union leadership, they're lost. They're in a bubble right now. They don't know what to do. Let's do a symposium. Look like we're doing something for workplace violence. Let's do an assaults and all. Let's do this. God forbid they say something to the governor about this. Or the mayor put some foot on some necks. God forbid they do that. Let's do that. Let's give a Christmas party. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's do a Christmas party. Let's do a rodeo. We want you, this all hands on deck, to march for the actor. That actor strike will be settled. You know why? Movies are based on schedules. They have movies scheduled from 2026. They already know when the dates is. They don't care about money, but them scheduled dates are important, especially with films. Streaming's a little different. So that'll be settled. There's nothing that any of us going to do that's going to change that outcome. We're not going to put what Richie Davis looking for free tickets to a premiere. And we wouldn't get none of those yet. Maybe that's what he's doing. He's trying to get us 44,000 of us permit tickets to the next Tom Cruise, the next Mission Impossible 8. That's what he's trying to do. But our union has lost their way. That's a fact. I don't think Canelo ever had a way. Unless he was following behind somebody like Tramiel to show him the way. And then pretend that they broke up, that he suddenly was outraged because what he said to Lutan's son 4 years ago. Y'all believe that? Y'all believe that? This is where we're at right now. We got nothing. We got nothing. That pain and despair, we all feel the same thing. We all downtrodden. None of us is proud of this union. And Canelo Gomez, keep doing your lives, bro. Keep doing your lives. I'm going to keep doing mine. I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep letting the membership know what type of fraud that you are. Had you done nothing for us, had you compromised us, and we got nothing for RTO, and none of the departments got anything of note, except for possibly Richie Davis's base. That's it. Y'all did nothing. Y'all did not fight. Y'all didn't stand up to, man, now you're saying they violating agreements, this and that. Come on, y'all had months to negotiate. Now you're whining about what we didn't get. And Canelo, I don't care if only two people talking about they didn't get their overtime, get paid for their RDO. That's two people too many. Justifying like it's nothing. It's something. It's transit trying to impose their will on us. It's transit trying to take advantage of us. That's what that is. So anything that you say, bruh, I will counter anything you say. Anything you say. You never, oh, one more thing. This is about work. I got disciplined. He said, Drummond don't do nothing. Right? I'm being disciplined to Broadway right now for taking a stand. So we not on them platforms alone. You're not doing it. He's never risked any money. I don't hide behind the union, bruh. I don't call y'all. The officers know. The times I got something, I tell them I don't need it. Well, we got to call you. I don't need a union rep. Rep getting off on them, I'm good. That's that. I'm out there on my own, bruh. I didn't have a Chris Drummond the call when you was on the road. I'm out here on my own, and I'm willing to fight on my own. And I got more coming for the TA, bruh. Be shocked at what I got planned for the TA. And there's others trying to bring this wicked company to their knees. They put you got on your knees for them. I want to bring them to their knees. That's the difference between me and you. And everybody knows the difference between me. And the most important thing, I love my brothers and sisters. I don't like who I don't like, and I know who don't like me. So be it. But I will always like even the person I don't like in RTO. I will always like them more than I like management. Always. Always on their side, whether I like them or not. I'm always on their side. The few people that I just have personality clashes. That's it. Some people just don't like each other. That's life. There's people that we walk every day we will never get along with. We will never, it don't mean you got to fight them and argue. But the difference between me and him is I love my brothers and sisters, and he pretends he likes them. That's the difference between me and him. And, bro, don't ever talk about my health. Don't ever worry about when I'm at work. I suffer them consequences, right? I don't come to work. But when I come back, bro, I'm on my skates. You know. You all know how I do. I got a lot of energy. Gut and all. Big belly and all. I got energy for days. I don't need no sleep. All I need is a mission. And my mission is getting you and Richie Davis and the rest of them bums from Stand United out of office. Y'all do nothing for us. We the joke of unions. Everybody be safe. Take care.